Hello YouTube and welcome to Eurovision-Zeff. I'm your host Thomas, and I have been not present for the most time recently. And the reason for that is because of life. Everyone knows life, right? I have a life, you have a life, and it is what it is. But today I want to share with you something that I experienced last week. It was so fun. It's the Nordic Music Celebration in Oslo, where tons of artists from Scandinavia, from the north, and other places like Serbia and Moldova and Azerbaijan came to Norway, to Oslo, to perform for us. So it was like a celebration of Eurovision music. It was so much fun. This is not even scripted or anything. Well, actually, none of my videos on this channel has been scripted, but it has been such a pleasure. This is my 20 years of watching the MGP, the Melodi Grand Prix, and the Eurovision Song Contest. 20 years. So what better way to mark it than go on a journey? And the journey has been this event. I can't go to Malmö. I don't have the money and I don't have the time, but I'm going to watch it and love it from home, cheering on everything. So this was an event on Saturday, but I went down on Friday. I had my cousin, my fantastic cousin, he lives in Oslo, and he gave me a room so I could stay there instead of going into hotels and whatnot. So I took the train from where I live down to Oslo, and what I didn't know after Friday is that was going to be like a vorspiel, like a vorspiel, which is like pre-party or pre-start of the event at Comfort Hotel in Karl Johan. So I went there. I didn't know anyone. Sat down by a table by myself and just listening to the music for this year's Eurovision. And next to me on the second table was a few people that I just started listening to the conversation about Eurovision. And I just started talking, I don't know, eavesdropping and whatnot. But this was about Eurovision, and that's why we were here. And I was alone, so I figured, why not make some conversation? Perhaps invited to the table and whatnot. But what were to happen is that more people came sitting next to me in the same table, and later we just mixed the tables together and became a really nice gang. It was so fun. We had people from, I think, age of 17 to around the midst of the 50s, and everyone with their knowledge and love for the competition, just coming together, talking about our favorite things, talking about our experiences with the competitions, both MGP and ESC and whatnot. And suddenly, one of the girls at the table next to us was like, "Hey, isn't that Epic Sax guy from Moldova?" Oh yes, it was. It was. And we were like, "Oh, that's cool. People talking to him." And I went, "Why not? I want to have a picture as well." But I didn't want to go up and make a fuss. I didn't want to bother anyone, me being a bit shy and everything like that, and the others as well, very shy. But I think we spoke each other up to do that, and we did. So later that evening, I took a picture with both Epic Sax Guy and Sergey, which is the vocalist of a Sunstruck project, which was so cool. I'll have the picture somewhere around here. I'm editing it later, so yeah. Also, another cool thing about Sunstruck project, especially with Sergey, is that where we were at the pre-party, I had to go a bit further to the bar to get the drinks. And since it was a bit of a walk, I figured I'll take 2 and 2 instead of taking one, drink it up, go for the next one, I'll take 2 and 2. So when I was on my way back, on the radio or on the playlist, it was "Hola mi baby," right, from WRS. And Sergey was singing it, and I was singing it as well. I was just passing by, and it stopped right in front of him because he was looking into my eyes while he was singing "Hola mi baby," and I was doing the same back. Just thought that was a great moment, right? And so I bring my drinks back to the table, and Sergey stops me. He's like, "Dude, you have an amazing voice. Seriously." I was like, thank you. Like, that's such a very good compliment. Like, thank you very much. So Sergey, that made my night. Seriously, I'm gonna live on that for the longest time. So I sat back down with people, and suddenly we started hearing, "Oh, it's Effendi! Oh, Effendi's here!" Like, where? Wait, oh, she was sitting down with the Sunstruck project guys. And rumors were floating that Tix was gonna show up as well, because Tix was not announced as an artist for the event. And that was because he was having his own show in the north of Norway the same night. But Tix came into the hotel and met with Fenty, and both of them, after being introduced on stage, they took pictures with the fans. And something you guys don't know either is that I'm a huge Tix fan. I like Andreas's music. So I was in Oslo last year when he was in Spectrum, and that was 1.5 hour with pure cardio. I think I sat down. We had seats. I think I sat down for like 2.5 minutes during the whole show, because it was so electric. It was so much energy, and I just loved it. So I wanted to take a picture purely just to say, Andreas, your show in Spectrum last year was amazing. And how did he react? Oh man. Wow, you were there? Oh my god, you liked it? Oh, that's cool. And you know what? He asked me for my name. Yeah, I don't know. it was just fun. So yeah, we had a picture. I had a picture with Tix and Effendi, as you can see around here. And later that evening, on the same table, we have a girl. She's 17, and she's celebrating what's called a Russ event, which is basically a celebration when you're finishing school. You have like 1 or 2 months in Norway where you use that costume, and on it you just, I don't know, you put in what you want to just mix it up so it's your own personality on it. And she got a lot of like signatures and things on that. So I mean, like, that's the coolest russebukse in Norway ever, just saying. But the fun part was that when we were asked to advance into the bar area, because they wouldn't close off the restaurants for the evening, we were just talking about how cool of a russebukse she was having now because of all these signatures. And what happens is that I say, okay, so a normal Norwegian can brag about, oh yeah, you have like Lars Vaular or somebody else, like Chris Holsten or something like that. But you have like Tix and Effendi on it. And as I said that, I did not notice, I don't think she did either, but in front of us was Effendi, walking towards the bar area, and she turns around because she heard her name, like Effendi being named. I was like, oh shit, and I just kept quiet with her, and when we passed her, I was like, holy shit, that was Effendi, oh my god. Oh, it's a fun little thing. So yeah, we met all those, and the Queen of Iceland, Hera Björk. So Hera is so kind. She is really happy to be there, just talking with fans, just being a part of everything. And I was so lucky to not only get a picture for me, but I know a friend of mine on Discord who is the biggest Hera Björk fan. Like, I think Hera Björk is his number one.
Hey, Tirflo, I have a friend of yours here.
Hi, Tirflo. Kisses and hugs from Oslo to you. Is he in Belgium? In Belgium.
This year. So, I got a personal message to him on Discord, which I sent him, so he was super happy about that. And that concluded the first day, the pre-party. So, I go home, sleep. As I wake up, take a shower, getting ready for the day, I get a ping from my friend Chris, ESC Chris, which is a friend of mine from the Discord server, and he's also a YouTuber, shout out. And he's asking if I want to go grab some lunch, because we were going to meet and do things for the evening and whatnot. So he's from north of Ireland, but he lives in Belgium. And he travels to all of these pre-parties and shows and does his thing, and he's just freaking amazing. I love him. So I'll meet him about 15-minute walk from where I am. I will go into this pizzeria just talking about this year's songs and what we like and whatnot. Oh, shocker, even though I haven't released videos here now about all my reactions, I have listened to all the songs. I will come with a ranking before the semis and whatnot. But that's also one of the reasons why I haven't done it, because due to the Discord activities, I have been hearing the songs more and more, that I thought it was unfair to go in with blind reactions when I've heard them all now. But yeah, we were talking about rankings and some of our things that we liked, and he was waiting for something very, very special, and that was the go-ahead to interview Serbia's Luke Black. Hello? By both Luke Black and his manager, for sure. And while we were eating pizza, he got the go-ahead to do so.
Game over.
So we were going to meet, I think the clock was about like 1:30 at the time, or around 2. And we were going to meet Luke and the team around 3. So what happens is that Luke's manager as well says that randomly, spontaneously, it's going to be a meet and greet at Café Sur. I don't know if Café South or what. But I think we were like 6-7 people who attended and showed up. And together with Luke Black himself comes his manager, his producer, also Milo from this year's Melodi Grand Prix, and Jona from last year's Melodi Grand Prix. And we were sitting outside on Café South, and I thought we were just going to say hello, take a picture, and get like a small, quick chat and leave. Because, you know, celebrities, time, everything like that. What happens is that they say, take your chairs, sit next to us, come closer to us. And so we did, for 1.5 hours. Yes, we were talking with Luke and his team, as well as Milo and Jona. They were there for about an hour. Well, the rest were there for 1.5 hours, I think, estimated. And Luke paid for all our drinks. That was so kind. Like, we were sitting there and talking about, sure, celebrity things and experiences when it comes to Eurovision, but also private things, which, of course, I'm not going to disclose here. And now that it's out, the Dahlia song, which now is released as well, we got a pre-listen to it. I couldn't talk about it back then as well, you know, because it wasn't released. But it was so good. I think this song is one of Luke Black's best songs ever thus far. So I'm really looking forward to see what he and his team is coming up with later, because this is a great start. So Chris got his interview, as well as I got to get to know a girl named Maria, which was a friend of Chris, which runs the ESC Norway official. And we were all going to meet at the show later tonight. And when we left, Chris was going to get ready. And we figured, you know what? Let's go back to your hotel and we get some beer or some drinks and just have our pre-thing, listening to Eurovision music, just singing, talking, laughing, and it was a blast. Just hanging out with Chris was so amazing. He is such a great person. Like, seriously, I love the guy. I can't wait to see him again. Because he's just chill, just talking about everything he loves. He's so passionate about things. Travels around, does what he wants. Nothing is stopping him, and he's not shy. He's not shy. Thanks to him, I felt so much more courageous. Let's just say that. And it was such fun. So we were sitting there for about, I think, like 2 hours, just listening to music, having some drinks, and then we went to the queue, because it was next to the next building, pretty much. After we got in there, we had to wait, of course, to get our put our things out, our codes, and get our drinks again, and just find a spot. Where we were, like, I'm nearly 2 meters tall, so for me it's not the biggest issue, but as my friend, like as Chris said, it's so dumb that the tallest people are standing in front, and I agree on that. That's why like I stand back or on smaller levels so that people behind me can see, if anything. But even I had like difficulty of seeing, and we were at like I think level 2. So after a couple of songs, Chris were going to find Maria, and I came later as well because that was much better spot. And we really got into every song, and we had I haven't even talked about the artists. Yeah, see, I haven't taken pictures or videos of the event because I really wanted to be there rather than anything else. But we had Bobby Socks, which was Norway's first winner in '85. We had Alexander Rybak, who won in '09. Krista Sigfrids from Finland, Marry Me. I love that one. I even sent her an Instagram message just thanking her for the show because it was really good. We had Alessandra opening the show. She was not being proposed to this time. She's amazing, I love it. Harry's, the winners from Sweden, yes. Marcus and Martinez was there. We had a lot of other people as well, which was amazing. Dag Erik Oxwell and Anne Fagermo, Ket Gulbrandsen, Jona, Milo. Of course, Luke Black, he was going to do a bigger show, but the showrunner said they had to cut time, which was unfortunate, but it was such a good show anyways. And lots of others. Sunshot Project, Lydia Isaac. The 3 ones that couldn't be there attend this time was Saba, which is representing Denmark this year in Eurovision. She had to rest her voice before Malmö, and that is fine. Very valid reason as well. But also one of those I really wanted to see because I've been thinking and reflecting and talking with people. I think Sand might be my favorite Danish entry since Emily de Forest. And Emily de Forest was also there. Just getting to think that out. The other one who was not there, which was a disappointment for me, is Luna from Poland, because I really wanted to hear that one, because that one is one of my favorites this year. Luna became sick, and of course, you have health comes first before anything, no matter what. But that was unfortunate. And of course, the act I was most excited for the whole time announced 2-3 days before that they were not performing, which was sad, but it's totally understandable. There were loss in the immediate family, and that comes first. Everything like that comes first, and it's understandable. But I got to meet 2 of the members of Gotter. And I bought some merch, of course. I wanted to support my favorite entry. Surprise, favorite entry of 2024, which is Gotter with Ulveham. Now, I cannot vote for my own country. I know that. And I am not biased in that way that, oh, it's my own country. Because when we send stuff like Subwoofer, Icebreaker, Haba Haba, Bailarás Conmigo, Stay, a lot of songs I did not like for Norway at all. But we had a few songs that I did enjoy. I did enjoy Spirit in the Sky. I did enjoy Queen of Kings, which was like recent songs. But I haven't really been that much of a supporter. Like, I want to find the songs that I like the best. And this year, for me, it's Norway. It's absolutely something about it that makes me speechless. So yeah, Gotter. Gutted that you couldn't be there, but also I am emotionally understanding why, and it's fine. I hope you're feeling better. I hope everything is fine with every member of your group and that you are doing what you can with what you're left with in Malmö. Good luck. I love you guys. So that was the show. It started with Alessandra and it ended with Max and Martinez. And after that, we were going to go to the after party, which me and Chris had tickets for. So that was also the next door building, so it wasn't that far to walk to. And there, I met Doug Eric, which I have a picture of. I also met Juna again, as well as Juna was performing, as well with a few others. And one of them, which stood out to me, was a lady named Jeanette Grummen. She was singing covers of Eurovision songs and she was really talented. Had this beautiful red dress on. So when I saw her, I just had to go up to her and just say, you know what? Thank you so much for this fantastic performance. It was really, really good and you have such a talent. And she was so happy and I'm so happy for that as well. We took a picture. I saw Juna as well, asked if I could get a picture with both of them. The pictures are here. What I didn't know at the time was that she was also in the Norwegian version of like Norway's Got Talent a couple of years back. I didn't even know that, and that she did opera. But she's super talented. Go check her out if you haven't already. So, all in all, such an amazing experience. They already announced that it's going to be like a second one for next year because this was the first ever iteration of the Nordic Music Celebration. And I can't wait to see what comes next, because this is going to be good. Also, on the top of my head, I remember Skrillex was there. I remember that Erika Norwich was there. There were more people, but, you know, in my brain, I was focusing on so many things at the time, and it was just such a great experience. I know I've been rambling here for like 20 minutes. So it's time to edit some of this and just get it out for you guys. I just want to say it was such an amazing experience. Thank you so much to everyone involved, both the artists and the amazing, beautiful people that I met that evening, and both the evenings actually. And looking forward to do this again. Also, more videos are coming. I'm going to go ahead and try to, oh, this is going to be difficult. I'm gonna try to make my list for who I think will qualify and who I want to qualify for the semis in the same videos. So stay tuned for that, and it's so close! We are getting closer and closer. And yes, I've been rambling for too long. Sorry. Have a great night or day. I love you. EurovisionZeff, Thomas out.